Now that we're live, let's start the tunes. Let me turn them down a little bit so you guys can hear me. Beautiful Thursday evening, the 1st of September. Let me make sure stream audio is good by doing a subject test or audio test. I'm never too sure of these things myself. So how are we doing tonight? All 0 of us. Or 1, I guess now. Are our audio levels good to continue? It sounds like they are. Time to get back on that grind and get back to Soul Hackers 2. Okay, so I think last night was a blur to me. I was way too tired. So we went back to the safe house, I think, to get our Pokemon Center heal. And we were looking for ways to, I guess, upgrade ourselves. Okay, I don't need to listen to myself anymore. I already know I sound good. We were looking for ways to upgrade ourselves. And we checked. Basically, we didn't have any items for Yang Yang Palace, and I don't think any of the other stores had anything really crazy to look at. I think we went to Comp Smith, there was nothing there. I'm just out here making sure I'm up to date with where I was in the game, because I forgot between, you know, last night and tonight. So we only upgrade. Where do we switch accessories at?
Need anything else? Don't break it, okay?
I think we have to get it from Yang Yang Palace. Is this where we get all our equipment at? No, that's pretty much like. Oh, we have enough to make. How? Oh, it says I can only buy one. That's kind of lame. But sure, yeah, I'll buy it. There's really nothing else to do here. Like, there's nothing else to do between dungeons. I just have to go back to the dungeon and just make some progress, hopefully. Ooh, let me turn off the music real quick. This is a really... Sorry, Plonk. Turn up the game audio a bit. And then get back to the game. I really love this bar's music. It said there was something else to do here, so I'm trying to figure out what it is. Nope, it wasn't that. Wasn't any of these people. Unless this lady has a side quest for me, but I don't think that's the case. Not an avid alcohol drinker. I wouldn't really know what the, high quality stuff tastes like anyway.
Get this.
Okay. She told me something I guess is relevant? Not sure. But yeah, no, the music in this place is great. You gotta respect it every time.
Well...
Okay, fashion. Yeah, let's just go back to the dungeon, I guess, then, yeah. I know there's another store, the Salamanca? Is that what it's called? Probably should have gone there. It's alright. Anyway, let's go back into the Matrix. And this is Arrow's Matrix right here, I believe. Yeah, I really don't like that the Demon Recon is like a immediate thing, you know? Sort of hoping it would,
Leaving this to you.
I'll do what I can.
I do like the demons talk back to Ringo. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we're definitely gonna use our little teleporter here to get back to where we were and continue making progress. I do much like the sound of that.
Let's take it.
All right, so here's one of our demons. All right, gave us some cash.
Enemy! Careful. That was close.
Well, let's just, refresh ourselves on the battle system again. These guys are not weak to electricity. They are weak to poison and Zan, or wind.
What's the Shall we? Finish them. I hear it.
So,
Nice with this power.
so they're not weak to
Eat this.
shots either. It was another one that was weak to shots, but not these
Time to take
guys.
it off.
Okay. Get lost. Out of my way.
All right, another Sabbath.
Useless fool.
Tarunda. Attack down, okay. Damn, he lost a big chunk doing that.
Time to kick
Yeah.
it off.
You know what to do.
Eat this. How's that?
It didn't do much more than my normal attack. I should have just saved the HP, honestly.
You know what
Sure.
to do.
Looks promising.
That's it, son.
Get him, size
I'm
up.
on. That was snazzy.
There you go.
Out of my way.
Is the Sabbath gonna take him out? Please do. Please take out all three of them. No, it only took out one. Alright, we can just turn auto on at this point.
Eat this. What? Over already?
These dungeons are so long for, you know. I guess going from SMT5 to this, it does feel like a bit of a step back. Oh, they had a Pokemon Center in the fucking dungeon. Okay, I didn't need to go back to. And I guess the Demon Recon resets every time you leave and come back in, I guess.
Major threat incoming.
Maybe that's a hack. All right, I'm not letting this nigga catch us. I'd rather fight the weak guy, you know. A lot of weaknesses on their team too.
That'll work. That'll work. Ooh, that'll work. It's all you. Ooh, that'll
Ooh,
work.
that'll work. Ooh, that'll work.
Take it away. That'll work. It's all you. Take it away. Ooh, that'll work.
Oh, there you go.
Beat him down.
Let
thought
him
they-
have it, Arrow.
Let's see
Stop
some
saying.
action.
Take him to
Let's see some action.
go, Arrow.
Beat him
Oh
down.
my god, it's so obnoxious. It's like
Now, Arrow.
BlazBlue Cross Tag with only voice
We
clips.
can target.
Let him have it, Arrow.
Got it, Ringo.
All right, you got one weakness down.
Got a hunch?
Hope this works.
No way these guys are weak to electricity, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Got you.
Time to kick
Right.
it off.
That's not gonna work.
All right. Let's increase all our attack for 3 turns.
I won't
Let's
lose.
go. Keep up. What's the plan? Looks like it'll work.
Ooh, that'll work. It's all you.
That's it, son.
Sure.
This out of
You know what?
Let's see some fire. Take it down a notch.
And we got a double stab with, or a 2 stack, a double stack. I keep forgetting my own lingo. It's a double stack. Which takes out so much. I don't even need to do any more magic skills.
Nice wasted effort. Too easy.
Enemy down. Fire.
And we got the stack, thanks to Arrow. Oh my god,
Fell asleep.
we didn't even need it. You see, last night I would have almost fell asleep, but you know, tonight I am wide awake. Wide awake tonight.
Get ready.
Boom.
Now you can relax.
Alright, I'm really glad I'm getting these onion guys because they're weak.
Don't miss
Oh no, these little
Tell me twice.
laser wisp looking guys because they are weak to, you know, the most basic shit, you know.
That's so.
Alright, we got a
Shall
crit
we?
there.
Get him, Sizo.
That's it, Sizo. No problem. That's gotta hurt.
Good work. You like that?
I wonder if the attack
Your
up
turn, Sizo.
increases the power of the Sabbath, because that would be really good. We just put auto attack on at this point.
Next. Not as a letdown.
Alright. Hair reached max level. I guess because there's no demon negotiation, I guess we're gonna have to wait for a demon to find me a new demon. And the more you fight a demon, the more likely it is that they'll randomly come up in one of your demon recons.
Now you can relax.
There's another checkpoint up ahead right here. Ooh, Bicorn.
A new
I'll try
enemy.
and do you proud.
We need more data.
Let's give it a try.
Let's see if Bicorn is weak to ice. No, it's not.
Go time. Wanna make a bet?
Rethink it, Sizo. Well, you know the risks.
Let's do poison on the
Go with that,
Bicorn.
Sizo. Bingo.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, good plan. Ringo. Go ahead, Ringo. I got humility.
We're gonna have
like
a
that?
triple
How
stack.
about that?
Burn in hell.
A triple stack Sabbath. That's crazy.
Russia!
Nearly killed all of them. We can put it on auto from here.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm really glad that your shit doesn't end when Ringo dies.
Get lost.
It just feels so weird, like there's nothing I can do about that, you know? But I'm glad the other characters can still fight it out, even if it does make the game easier by proxy.
We can win this. Keep them coming.
And then, you know, your character immediately magically revives. It says midpoint. So I'm only halfway through the dungeon?
Ooh, yeah.
Lifestone, nice. So that's the midway point. Where's the end point? Alright, because that's where we're trying to get to.
Dangerous! Incoming!
Just had to move out the way. Literally, we see any other enemy, I'm going for it.
Now we can relax.
Or not.
We're here. Now we can relax.
Alright. It's a little better. But you definitely could have done more. At least you healed the MP though. You know, like not everyone would do that for you. Not everyone's a real homie like that.
I'll let you
Let me
start.
see.
Alright, we don't know electricity or fire yet.
Straight through. Worked. Guess that's not done
Take it
yet.
away.
Aim for the weakness, Saizo.
Nice. I'm not your babysitter. Might as well test
Let's
it.
stay cautious.
No, fire doesn't do much.
Stay alert,
And
That might be dangerous.
electricity,
It's
I'm
probably
assuming,
Can you handle
won't do
this?
much either. Nope.
Out of my way.
Single stack. And we can turn auto attack on.
Yeah. Too easy.
Easy shot. Here goes.
Get lost. Too slow.
Take this. Got him.
Oh, let me turn auto attack off. 'Cause
Here
he's
goes.
just tanking all these hits.
Need
Just
some
getting
help, Milady?
started.
This should do it. Yep.
Easy win.
Any medicine?
Yeah, the dungeons in this game are kind of just walking. It's not really much more to it. Ooh, here we go. Story.
Hey.
Or not.
Enemy! Get
Enemy.
ready!
Where? This nigga ran at me. Wasn't even ready for that. I wish there's a, like, I really hope you can make Ringo's attack faster in the
Good for
future.
now.
Just, you know. I don't think I can inflict any weaknesses with Ringo, but I can Dia on Saizo because he has Poisma,
My hero.
which will be very important.
What's
Let's
our
go.
opener? Take it away. Take it away. That'll work.
Let's
We can
see
just
for
do a
that.
regular attack on it.
Okay, Saizo.
Gremlin. No need to waste our MP.
You're on a roll. All
Looks
right.
promising.
Give that a try.
Same thing with
Finish them
Saizo.
off.
Just Tommy gun.
Gotta hurt.
Just Tommy gun this
Just to
man.
be safe.
And I don't think she's super effective on anyone here. No, she's not. All right, we're just gonna Tarakaja for the double stack.
Too late for regrets now.
Yeah, let's just see how much this does. I'm assuming the attack boost on Ringo does affect the double stack. Yeah, that seems kind of crazy, but
Easy shot.
all right. So we got the single stack with Tommy gun. I don't think they're gonna have another turn, but I'm gonna Zeo on the bike one. Just because this guy has too much health.
Let's go.
Physically attack drag Spike-Horn again, so that
Arrow.
it's gonna die to the
Everybody
stack,
up.
and then
That should work.
Don't miss
I'll
now.
do it now.
this should do them in.
Too late for regrets now.
Rush him!
Right.
You wanted a fight? You got one.
There we go. And it's learned dodge ice, which is actually pretty cool because ice is one of its weaknesses. So that's actually great. And he gave us a bead.
Any medicine? There's one.
Hey,
Oh, a little gremlin wants to join us now, huh? 2 medicine? Do we even have any? Oh, we have 15. Okay. Alright. That's all it took. Okay. No, you know, existential questions or like no gaslighting. That's all it takes for demon negotiation in this game. Just, yo, you got some medicine?
Ringo,
Yeah, I got some.
you did it. Enemy.
That's it. That's all you need. It's weird with the demon recon because like I'm seeing the same demon like 10 times in the same dungeon. It's like you don't need to like they don't need to be like every fucking corner you need a demon. It's like I don't know, you could spread them out a little bit. Like there's literally 2 of them right next to each other.
Here's a gift.
He knows where Istanbul is. Doesn't he only exist in the Matrix?
Bye-bye.
It's kind of weird. All right. So we're going to continue going deeper into this dungeon. I hope this is the right way.
Incoming.
Is this nope, nothing over here. I think that's where we're going though. Oh, this thing ambushed us. But I think that's where we're going.
Do it,
That little
Rhino.
thing we were just looking at.
Switching to offense.
Secunda isn't really useful here. Neither is Needle Shot. I'm gonna have to use Bufu. And he's on the one that has more health.
Careful now.
Nazio
Here goes. How's this?
Need some
Just
help.
get
and
this started.
Aggie.
Out of my way.
Alright, lower defense.
Sorry.
And of course they target
Here go. Nice.
Saizo.
it can't end here.
Sus, I got this.
So every
Not good.
every
Saizo's
character
out of
can
the
use
fight.
items, right?
Offense.
So I can just revive anyone with anyone. I'm gonna revive
Hey, we need
Saizo.
you. Thanks, Arrow.
The thing is that when you
Nobody's
revive
just
someone,
helping
you
out.
can't use them that turn. That's the only issue here. If he uses E-Hole again, though, this might actually be difficult. Okay. This dude clearly has some sort of vendetta
Switching
against
to
Saizo,
offense.
so
Don't expect me to help,
right.
Arrow.
we're
Looks
just gonna
like
have to
you
double
need more
revival
training.
beat.
Got it, meathead. You gotta
Let's
set
go.
an example, Need some help, Melody?
Just getting started.
That'd be helpful.
If you die, I'll kill you. Message received, I think.
There we go.
You're in bad shape, Ringo.
Now everybody gets a move this turn. Please be Melody
We shouldn't
next.
push it.
No?
I
Okay.
got this.
Arrow, you're a
Switching
little
to
beat up.
offense. Here goes.
Everyone just use their strongest skill this turn. We should
Not done yet.
we should be able to kill it.
Saizo.
That gotta hurt. Don't just getting started. You're dead. Not a bad workout.
Okay, we got level 9 with Melody.
Enemy. Phew.
Let's make sure we're healed up. Let's see use all our medicines here. I don't want to fuck around and find out.
Careful. Now we can relax.
Listen,
Oh,
What?
we have to go in there?
That's unfortunate.
Okay. We can't go in yet because soul level too low, I guess. Does it say what number it needs
That was close.
for soul number, or does it just be ambiguous the whole time? Right. I'll let this thing figure itself out.
I'll go time.
Good idea.
You know what to do.
I'm on. Smoke.
That'll work.
Now,
Go, Arrow.
Appreciate the
Alright.
advice.
Give me a needle shot.
Good. Here I come.
And we can't get any more weaknesses with these two. So
Got you
Charge
covered,
Copper
Cyber.
I won't
Got to
do
try
that.
and keep up. Time to kick it off.
and Zio on Bicone?
How's this?
Because this dude's the most annoying.
Out of my way.
Double stack should put him in.
Rush him!
Or not.
Now I'm mad.
Eat this!
Yeah, took him out.
Take this!
Get low. Good night.
Now we got a
Too
double
late
stack.
for regrets now.
I could fight like that all day.
Are you hurt?
Is this the final gate? Please be final gate. Alright, it says gate 2. It doesn't say endpoint though. So there could be more. Actually, you know what? This does look like the end. So as a matter of fact, we will attempt a full recovery here. And can we save? Yeah, we can save anywhere. Just, sure, you know it. Alright. Let's try this Guardian out. Let's see what this dude has to offer here. I think we've grinded long enough. No long
There.
monologue
That
before
big league's demon. It's being drawn to Arrow's
boss
memory.
fight?
It wants my memory?
Yeah. I can just sense it after soul hacking you.
Then this guy might be the source of Ringo's condition. Let's take it down. What's
This
our
is
opening?
like so different from Soul Hackers 1
Let's roll.
or the OG.
That's your plan, Ringo?
Yes, it is. It is my plan. Just okay. Now we know
the
he
drill.
blocks
Don't
electricity.
be a hero.
We are going to bufu this
No one
man.
can try. Nice. They're strong. All right.
Can we
be on
figure
your
out a
guard.
Taking
weakness?
a gamble?
As a matter of fact, if he is weak to... If he blocks electricity, he's probably weak to wind, which means I'd have to put someone with wind on my team.
How's this?
Alright. He blocks poison
I
mode.
know
Let's
we can
finish
win
this.
We
Burn
don't
in
know if
hell.
that'll work. Miller.
Love to see it.
Oh, there we go. He's weak to fire.
Out of my way.
So I guess it takes Melody to save Arrow. Okay. The Zio, who does he do it on? Melody? And he does a lot. That's a big
I
chunk.
won't let anyone. Let's go.
We're gonna seclude because I don't
What do you
trust
think?
that. We are also going to Raccoonda
My sight.
just to lower your defense.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
We're going to
Cover me.
Dia
That
on
was close.
Melody.
Yeah, thanks.
And
I know we can
You
win
like
this. Take
that?
it away.
I'm pretty sure attack counts for magic as well in this game because
That
why wouldn't it, you know? Probably doesn't. Let's just
Do
spam
it,
Maggie.
in order
We already
around
lowered his
that
defense. Should be
Too late
alright.
for regrets.
There you go. Defense Kazushi. Defense
As
down
long as
for
we work
Melody.
together, we got this.
We need to watch ourselves.
Another Dia.
Knock him dead, Melody.
You're pretty sharp.
I know
Let
we
me
can
see.
win this.
We're gonna do needle
I
shot.
won't stop you.
Hope we get a critical.
Worked.
Hey, you got it.
Let's
So
finish
you.
this.
We're gonna
Do your thing, Melody.
Aggie.
Leave it to me, Sizo.
Great. Here goes.
And I don't want to Raccoonda unless I know it'll be worth it, but this will reset the turns. But I think because it's 3 turns, it's not going to happen till next. It doesn't lose the defense loss till next turn. So if I wait till next turn to Raccoonda, I think it'll be more effective. I think
You
this
know what
turn
to do.
Shall we?
I should use some chocolate
Cover
drop.
me.
You mind?
And
Cover me.
since Melody has the fire weakness,
Don't get too
she's the
crazy.
most important right now.
Too late for regrets now.
And she got a little reinforcement. Okay. Okay.
I'll show you.
We are going to have to deal with these guys. Oh! Okay.
Too slow.
Here go. Nice.
You know the drill.
Got it.
Don't be a hero.
Wasted 2 turns because I had auto
No
attack
matter
on
what.
him. Fucking idiot. Alright.
Sure.
We're gonna have to revival beat on Melody over here.
Come on back.
Nice timing. Sorry.
Oh my god, they keep killing her.
Don't underestimate me.
What's our
Let
opening?
me see.
Alright. What are these guys weak
No
to
one
again?
You try. Feeling lucky?
Fuck, I could just go back in the stream. Just shooting it a bit. One of these is doing it. Hold on, let me find out. Because I am not gonna waste turn trying to figure out what they're weak to. I know we fought one of these before. There's a whole group of them. See, now it's a good thing I did all those redundant fights earlier. Oh, there. Go figure, they're also weak to fire. Was it fire and something else? Or was it just fire? Oh, they're weak to electricity as well. Okay, nice, nice.
As long as we work together, we got this. Right.
So we're gonna use Secunda just so that these guys have a chance of missing.
I know we can win this.
We're
Here
gonna
goes.
use Raccoonda so that their
Want a
defense
piece
is
of
lower.
this?
Oh shit! I should
Be on
have
your guard.
revived. I should have revived. Oh my god.
I'll get serious.
But
No
no,
way to tell.
we're
Little
gonna
gambit.
That's a no.
Zio.
A little gambit never hurt anyone.
Right on target.
There we go. Just so we get the
Too
one
late
stack.
for regrets now.
Way too slow.
And you see now they started missing, so it's a good thing
I'll
actually.
show you. Got moves of those.
Let's roll.
Gotta try. You got this, Ringo. You got this, Ringo.
I hear you.
All right,
Thought so.
Zio. We're
Now it's getting
going.
interesting, shall we? Now it's getting interesting, shall we?
Revival bead on
on back.
Melody.
Thank you.
And we are also
Just gotta hang
going
in, let's
to
go.
make sure she doesn't die again by giving her
We need
Life
to watch
sum?
ourselves. Cover
medicine.
me.
No, they heal the same amount.
We
Bead?
need to watch ourselves. Cover me. Cover me. We need to watch ourselves.
I think it's the same amount.
Cover me.
Switching to backup.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, 73.
Too
Okay.
late for regrets now.
Of course they get it again.
I'll show you. Like that?
Okay. Now that Melody's alive,
Won't let okay.
All set on my end.
Hope this works.
I
these
hate
guys aren't weak
Let's
to
give it a try.
anything
We're just getting started.
Let's go.
Arrow has, I believe. So we're gonna bead
Still make it.
now.
Thank you.
As long as
Here
we
we
work
go.
together.
We
Ringo.
can
We got
Zeo,
Ringo.
one of the
I got you,
Cyranuts. Right? We
Done
can
yet.
Be on your guard.
Saizo, still
Ain't
good?
safe than sorry.
Chakra Drop.
Glad you've got my back.
Let's go about this carefully.
Well, Melody doesn't need Chakra Drop. I don't think Saizo does either. Actually, no, he does, because we want to keep lowering his defense so that Melody can kill him easier. So I am going to have Saizo give himself
I'll play it safe.
my last Chakra Drop.
I know
I'm
we
not
can.
your
It's all
baby.
you.
Do your thing, Melody. Feeling lucky? Do your thing, Melody.
There you go. And we can
Out
get
of
the
my
double
way.
stack. Hey, how you doing,
Russia.
Jaheim? Is that how you say it? We're over here fighting this
I'll show you.
mini boss. I don't know if it's a real boss or a mini boss, but it definitely feels like a real boss. It feels like a
Man,
S&T
you're
boss.
strong. Turn for it now. That's a no-go.
Don't count me out.
Strike back, Saizo.
And we are putting in the
You
strats.
know what to do.
Switching to offense.
I'm not gonna boot. How much? No, I'm definitely going to. Well, I can't Secunda again, so I might as well do the most damage I
Here
can.
goes. Nice.
So there goes
Just
Bufu.
getting started.
We're going to Raccoonda
In my sight.
just to lower his defense again.
They're strong.
Jaheim.
Be on your
Oh,
guard.
okay. Sorry about that.
Just getting
That's
started.
All
Um,
you, Melody.
You don't have to tell
I'm
me.
over here stressed out fighting this
Out of my way.
guy without hands or arms. He's missing 2 of his limbs, and you know
Russia.
he's in our way. You know, so
I'll show you.
all right.
I got
So
this.
we should be able to win this turn
Like I'd overlook that.
with his
You're too
I'm
reckless.
still in.
with his low defense and with
Big
some
target. Bingo.
Nice one.
with some
Careful
tenacity.
now.
I think we can
Hope
get it
this
done this
works.
turn.
Long as we
And
work
Melody,
together.
That's it,
as
Melody.
long as she hits the
I'll
Aggie,
handle it.
we're good. Awesome.
Felt like a close one.
Now I'm hoping for 10 minutes of cutscenes after this, because this was a really long dungeon. Is this game good? That's a good question, because I've basically just started. I can't say too much on how good it is, like as an experience. The dungeons probably won't be the best, because like we were kind of spoiled with SMT5, with how good those dungeons are. Because you know, you got to explore, you got to walk around, and really there was only like 2 dungeons in the game.
Don't have to fight. Can't you see that the Phantom Society is wrong? Open your eyes!
I think
Open my eyes?
if you
Don't
like
give me that shit.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
I won't!
I said fight!
I'll let these guys talk.
God damn it!
It's all so clear now. I was the one who was wrong. I'm sorry.
You know, Soul Hackers is also on the 3DS. You don't have to play the PS1 version. But I mean, if you want to get a PS1 emulator and play the original Soul Hackers, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm pretty sure the 3DS one has, like, the original didn't have voice acting, but the 3DS one does. So yeah, back to about this game. The quality of the story is really good, I think, so far. The actual gameplay is where I would say, okay, you have to treat this like a side game, because this is not
Hey,
going to have the high
you all right?
quality
Sorta just went
gameplay.
quiet
It
all
is
of a sudden.
extremely easy.
Yeah, we're fine.
There's no press
What
turns.
Ringo and Arrow just witnessed was a meaningful memory, or a fragment of one at least.
And thanks to that, I remembered something important. Well, more like I was reminded.
And
So,
it's
what we just saw
like the story's a
was-
good mix between SMT and
My
Persona.
memory of when I was killed. I'm sure of it. That guy you saw, Kaburagi, he's still with Phantom. He's helping them track down the Covenants.
Then he's our enemy.
He is. But he's also a good friend.
So was this friend of yours really that mad at you for betraying the Phantom Society?
No, not because of that. I made an important promise to him. Really, I have to thank you. You've given me a chance to set things right.
And the music's really
What
nice
did you
too.
promise him?
Let me see. Made an important promise to him in that moment. I nearly broke it. I skipped that one line. Sorry about that.
Thank you, summoners. The abnormality had taken the form of a demon, and thanks to your efforts, Ringo's condition is now stable.
Why tell us that now? You knew that the moment we beat it.
I mean, to call
Actually,
Persona
I
5
discovered
mediocre,
something that
like
I
how
hadn't
high are
expected,
your standards?
So I had to perform a
Like-
cursory inspection.
What did Persona 5 not have that you
By
wanted out of a
eliminating the
video
foreign
game or
object
out of a
from the Soul
JRPG,
Matrix,
right? Like let's
Ringo and
keep this
Arrow's
realistic.
psychological wavelengths are now much more in sync, thereby enhancing your abilities.
I think Persona 5 is
In other
monumental.
words,
All
there are
right.
substantial benefits to
It may not be
exploring
your
the Soul
taste,
Matrix
but
in
it is
playing
of
games.
fine quality, right? Like there are certain things where it's like, okay,
More powerful abilities does sound tempting.
maybe it's not your preference, but
Back
like
it up a minute.
it's
When you say our
really good.
condition's stable,
Like
are you
let's
implying we haven't
well, let's
really
not get it
addressed the
twisted,
root
right?
of the
Like
problem?
Persona 4, I hate Persona 4. It's not in my preference. I hate the characters. But I'm not going to go out and say that
However,
it's
the
a bad or
removal of
mediocre
inhibitors
game.
like the one you just
I
took
just hate
care
the
of
characters.
seems to have a
But
certain
the
impact.
game itself is
It's
amazing, right?
unlikely Ringo will collapse again. Still, I ask that you please refrain from the consistent soul hacks, Ringo.
Well, saw that one coming.
There are still many unknown factors at play, and we must not forget the associated risks. We should try to avoid any unpredictable scenarios.
But yeah, I don't know how much you want me to spoil this game for you, because I could tell you everything about the story so far. This is basically the first dungeon after the tutorial that I just finished, so I could tell you everything about it, but I'll give this one to Arrow.
Okay, fine. Fair warning.
You know, it's funny.
was the first time
Melody is
something
my
like that's
strongest
happened to me,
character, but
so
I've
I was
been
really
only
kinda
supporting the
freaking out.
boys so far.
I guess that's what you'd call being sick? What a drag.
Well, I know I'm only alive right now because of it. But if the side effects are that severe, then maybe you shouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm seriously considering that now. Especially seeing as this is all your fault. Mm-hmm. Come on, I'm only kidding. Compared to Saizo or Milady, you're... what's the term? Straight-laced?
Really?
You're
know if I'd
asking
go
me
that
if I ever played SMT4? Bro,
Nah, who are
SMT4.
you kidding? You're as square as they come.
SMT4. Fuck this. SMT4 is what made me love this franchise, right? Like, forget Persona, right? Forget Nocturne, forget 5, as cool as 5 was. SMT4 is the very essence of what I think a Shin Megami Tensei game is and should continue to be. 5 hit it on the gameplay standpoint, but the story was just not there, alright? SMT4 was like my favorite game on the 3DS, eventually becoming my favorite JRPG of all time as I replayed it more and more. So, yeah, SMT4, Apocalypse ruined the story, but again, like 4 Apocalypse and 5 went on the same pattern. Like 4 Apocalypse, amazing music, amazing gameplay, butter smooth. Like they made some of the mechanics better, like Smirk and all that. Like they made them more fair. But like SMT games aren't supposed to be fair. Like look at Nocturne. That game's confusing as hell, and it's like. But yeah, so like the gameplay improvements that they made before, they took on to 5, so that's why 5 felt so good as well. But SMT4 regular is like my personal favorite game. I only give 4 Apocalypse credit because it filled in some of the holes or some of the story. So some of the things that are missing from the story in base SMT4, they filled in regular in 4 Apocalypse. So that was cool. Yeah, you see, so like that's the one thing about SMT and Persona, or SMT versus Persona. Like I know that they shouldn't be compared because they exist in 2 different spaces, but like your preference for which series that you will like will really depend on if you see the world like it's really based on how you see things, right? Like if like you'd probably like Persona more if you feel like you're more into slice of life type things, right? Like Persona is about changing people's hearts or helping people out of weird scenarios, right? Like Persona exists on an individual person to person level, right? Where Shin Megami Tensei is about the macro. It's about the entire world. Oftentimes it's about the apocalypse going on, you know. It's this big event that is controlling the whole narrative, and you have to figure out what exactly do you want to do about it. Everything is based on your decisions in both Persona and SMT, but in SMT it's like your decisions affect the world around you, where in Persona your decisions affect the people that you interact with, right? And oftentimes it's like Persona, it's a little more, I guess you could say, toned down in the way that it uses some of its decision making compared to SMT, where it's like your decisions are like quite literally very important. SMT5 was like really the only game that like didn't really make that a thing, but yeah, like your decisions are really like the way that you look at the world and the way you want to shape the world based on what you know is really an essential part of Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, so like Shin Megami Tensei has always been like this mix of religion and technology. That's why in SMT5 the angels, like all of them, are just straight up like robots, you know. Like Metatron has always been this giant fucking humongous fucking Gundam looking thing, you know. And yeah, like there was a reason that the technology was there, and because it's like, and it's so brilliantly written. Like I can't get over how well SMT4 was written. I don't know if it was like a happy accident, or if like the guy or like the people who wrote SMT4 just like I don't know, like maybe it was like a one-hit wonder for them, but the way that they wrote the game was just so immaculate. because the technology was from Japan, but they were in an old kingdom that wouldn't understand the technology unless, because they consider them relics instead of like actual things, right? Like it was so well made. No, like I think I do think SMT4, in my personal opinion, is the best SMT game. I haven't played like a lot of the classics, and I'm waiting for like Atlas to make some like classic collection for SMT, not just for Persona, because like we need. And it's crazy because they remade SMT1 on Switch in Japan, but they didn't bring it over here when they already had a translated version of it that they could have put on Switch. I don't know why. Yeah, you know, like SMT, like I basically say SMT is like a better version of Pokemon. I think the mechanics of the game just work better because of your ability to use your actual demons, where in Persona you have to use your other characters. Like SMT is like you build this strong ass demon and then that's your team member, you know? Like in Persona you build a strong ass demon and it can only be your main character. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have 3 other strong ass demons. Like your team synergy has to be based on your support characters, which you need to do their confidants to get them up. But their confidants are sometimes cool stories, so like it's worth it to, you know, do them as soon as possible. But at the same time, it's like it's all this extra work that like builds 2 different worlds in the game that synchronize really well in Persona. But I just like SMT better because it's like, if you know what you're doing in SMT, the game can take like 8 hours or so, right? If you know what you're doing in Persona, the game still takes like at least 20 hours, I think, for Persona 5. Like I think 20 hours or something like that, maybe 15 for Persona 5, just because there's so much going on in the game. It might be less than that, but like still. Why would they do what?
Well, I don't think it's so bad that Ariel carries himself that way.
Hey, thanks, Fig.
Thank you, everyone. It looks like Ringo is doing a lot better now.
Oh, you mean why would they link the confidants in P5 to making your teammates stronger? Because you help them with their personal life, and it's like Persona's all about the heart, right? Like it's all about helping people like get stronger emotionally, you know? And so they're, you know, oh, you mean the very first Shin Megami Tensei game? Yeah, I don't know why Atlas hasn't remade it in America yet, or whatever. I guess they're too like, I don't know, like game companies run on money. They don't see it as profitable to release in America yet. I guess they're gonna, like, Atlas is very like one-track minded when it comes to game releases. Like I don't know if you paid attention to their marketing, but they never market more than one thing at the same time. Like they waited until Soul Hackers 2 was like finished to like announce the Persona remakes. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you already have, if you're already smart enough to hack your 3DS, like you can get the first few SMT games on emulator really easy. Like I don't think it's that big of a deal. There's translations out there and stuff. Like you can play them, but like I would love to play them on Switch or like on an official thing, you know. Just because I want to have the physical. Yeah, I mean, you can hack the Switch and get the Japanese version, but like you're gonna have to find a translation. Versus if you use the emulator, you could probably find a translated version easy for SMT 1 and 2. So I'd suggest using the emulator, but you know, do what you got to do.
And I good news from my end as well. I've discovered another lead on a Covenant holder.
Oh, okay, that's what you were saying. 3DS can play PS1 emulator. Okay, yeah. You'll be just fine then.
Nice one, Fig.
I'm surprised you found another in such a short time.
Perfect. Now we can really focus on finding the Covenants.
Let's get a move on then. I'm eager to see what the rest of these Covenant holders are like.
Everyone, please make your way back to the safe house when you can. I'll be waiting.
But like, just to wrap this all up, but like bringing it all back to Soul Hackers 2. It's like they're doing, like, this is one of those hybrid games, like Tokyo Mirage Sessions. The lead director for Tokyo Mirage Sessions directed this game. So if you didn't like Tokyo Mirage Sessions in terms of gameplay, you're probably not going to like this game. Probably. But if you like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, you're probably going to love this game. Probably. Also, this game does not have a silent protagonist. Like, Ringo talks every second that she can. So, you know. Also, she looks pretty cool. So, yeah. When guarding, slightly recover HP. Strengthens the healing power from demons on recon. What's the next skills? Wild Upper, higher stock counts in battle, provide higher EXP bonuses. When guarding, slightly recover HP. Versus, oh, it just changes the order. Okay, I'll use him for the demon recon thing because yeah, every Persona game is a high school thing. That's why there's been people asking for a Persona game to take place in college. That's why the guy from Persona 5 Strikers, he was like the first adult Persona like the first adult who had a Persona besides Adachi. So that's why he was a big deal. Also, you could, you know, play as him and stuff. Yeah, like you see the black market for gaming. I was actually talking about this the other day because we were trying to get Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I didn't want to play the Sonic Origins version, and it's like game preservation is really important, especially when the companies don't want to do it themselves. It's like, I can understand from a business standpoint why they may not reprint or remake every game at first, but people love to have accessible versions of games they loved in the past, right? Like, if you're a Nintendo fan and you want to get a Nintendo 64 version of, like, Donkey Kong or Mario, legitimately, that's costing you, like, hundreds of dollars, right? Where if you just hop on an emulator, it's like you can still play the game, and it's like, it's not even oh, you're talking about SMT. SMT4.
Any
I thought
medicine?
you were talking about video games still. It's alright. Yeah, the soundtrack's always banging SMT. Really depends on your style. If you like jazzy, you'll like Persona a little more. Although this game actually has a really jazzy soundtrack, so you'd probably like this game as well. At least it's jazzy in the overworld, in the Matrix and whatever. It's very, you know, ethereal and, you know, like regular SMT. And then if you like, there's something about SMT music that just hits the right aesthetic for Shin Megami Tensei. Like SMT4, like it hits it right, like right under the nose. Especially for Apocalypse, the Vishnu Flynn song, that like it just hits so well, because it's not just like EDM, or it's not just like using these loud and like broad instruments. It's just it's using them well. Like, it's making them feel good to listen to, and you can feel the energy, the emotion when you're playing these SMT games and those boss fights. the way that they make the music. Like it's really well done stuff. All right, so I guess we go back to the entrance if that one's closed. Don't worry.
That was close.
That's where I'm supposed to go, right? Yeah, and you know, now that they have Sega backing them, their music production is just going to be way better. Promise you that. Now, I really hope they make these other characters' matrices optional, because I do not want to do that again. Can impart summoner skills as well as assign ion orders, which can help maintain the integrity of Soul Matrix. Speaking to illusions of your allies will allow you to check your progress in exploring that specific Soul Matrix. Okay. Is that all there is to it? Like, I have to explore the Soul Matrices now?
Welcome. I am you.
Right. Yeah, so Ringo's an AI. I don't know if you knew that. She's not actually real. I mean, she has a real physical form, but she's not a real,
In addition,
you know. I guess she's Atlas's take on, like, 2B, you could say.
in the name of evolution, what do you desire, Ringo?
Learn summoner skills?
New function unlocked.
Okay, instantly escape a dungeon. Luck increases by 3. Well, I know which one I want. Just because these dungeons are so long and, you know.
Don't forget.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, there were other
What do you
3DS
desire,
games. I was
Ringo?
real big into the 3DS when I was in high school, which was 6 years ago at this point. But yeah, like when I was in high school, I got like a internship that was paid, and that I pretty much got every 3DS game I ever wanted. Sonic Lost World 3DS, amazing, I love it. Little Battlers experience, they've really, like, it's a really good game, and there's a second one, but the second one's Japan only. And then there were like the Fire Emblems, there were Sonic All-Stars Racing, Shin Megami Tensei, obviously. Smash 3DS, although by the time, you know, I was able to buy my own 3DS, it was like the Wii U version was already out. What else? Like, the 3DS was really stacked with good games. They also had the remakes of original Pokemon, like first and second generations. Like, I love Crystal, I love playing like Pokemon Red and Blue again. And yeah, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, really good stuff. Not the biggest fan of X and Y, but Omega Ruby was where, like, your boy almost became competitive. Like, almost. I don't think my taste on the 3DS expands much past that, yeah. Like, Fire Emblem, Smash, Pokemon, Sonic, SMT. Sounds about right. And Little Battlers experience, which you should really check out. Really lit anime, really lit game. You should check it out.
New function unlocked.
Like hack. When using skills in battles, there's a chance you won't spend MP. Why would I not take that?
Hey!
Right.
What do you desire, Ringo? Further, what do you desire, Ringo?
Okay, I gotta get to a higher level for that. Yeah, no, it's really just side missions from here on.
What do you desire, Ringo?
And I had some people like you. You know, yeah, there was a really big 3DS crew in my school. I didn't talk to all of them, but you always got their like little street pass, and that was about it. You know, like I think I still have them on Facebook, but that's about all.
In the name of evolution. What do you desire? In the name of evolution.
Okay, so I'm guessing they're gonna want me to do melodies and Sizos matrices as well. Okay.
See ya.
Now, just for what is our main quest right now? Is it to stay in the Soul Matrix? Or is there something else to do?
Please handle this. Cooperation requested.
Sure.
Well done. To paraphrase, however,
The only thing you regretted was breaking your PlayStation 3 6 months ago. Yeah, kind of tough. Yeah, I haven't really needed my PlayStation 3 in a few years. You know, all the Sonic games I played on PS3 are on like other consoles now, so I don't need to play PS3 anymore, I guess. The only other game I would care about is Sengoku Basara, but I don't know. I think they're making PS5s with backwards compatibility. I think they're working on that though, because you know, like Xbox has had backwards compatibility for so long that I think PlayStation's starting to do something about that. I think that's what I saw like a month or two ago, but maybe that's just my mind playing tricks on me. Anyway, I've switched over to PC, so I really don't need my PS3 anymore. I actually still have mine, but it doesn't break, but it resets its memory like every few months or so. Like every few months of playing it, it just says you have to delete everything, and then I have to log into PlayStation Store again and download it all back. But yeah, every game that I had on my PS3 is now on other consoles, so but yeah, I mean, if you have a strong enough PC, you can definitely emulate PS3 games one day, hopefully. I know you're probably a broke college student, but you know, just make that a goal, you know? I want to have a PC strong enough one day to emulate PS3 games, and I promise you will get there.
scanning records. Please
Okay. Hangout event. Okay. A new hangout event has been unlocked. Yeah, I remember when the days like that. Honestly, if you're in college, just find a part-time
How are
job.
you feeling,
like
Ringo?
just like that's really gonna be the solution to your problems. But it has to be a part-time job that like you don't mind doing, and one that also like is a little flexible. Like not too many hours a week. Like I would say don't do anything over like 20 hours a week if you're in college. Like legit, because like that shit will really eat away at you. The only thing you should do is like a desk job, right? Like a security desk job, because the one that I worked over this past summer, they allowed us to use the computer while we were at the desk. So like in theory, if I was in college, but I'm not in college at the moment. I'm taking a break. But there's another coworker I had who was in college, and he did all his, like every time he came in, he only came in 1 day a week, and he did all his work on the computer as he was getting paid. So I would say find you a doorman job if you live in a city. Like not even to save it for a PC, but I think that's just good advice in general. Just find something that pays, because it's way better to start in the workforce when you're in college than to wait for a dream job, you know, after you get your degree. Because I promise you, if you get a bachelor's degree without a real plan, all you're gonna have is like the jobs offering 15 to 20 at most. A doorman job. It's one of the easy. It's boring. It's boring, and depending on your boss, like, it's funny because I was only there for a few months, but like we switched bosses halfway through, and the first boss was really anal about shit, but the second boss, it's like he doesn't really care. So if you can find a boss like that doesn't really mind too much that you're there, you know, as a college student, you'll be all right. But I live in New York City, right? So I have like endless opportunities to be a doorman, you know. Usually they need like vacation replacement. It's coming near the holidays, so maybe you might be able to find a vacation replacement doorman job, or like some part-time doorman jobs, like like fill in. But that's the best advice I think I can give someone in college, because if you work a labor job and then you have to go home and do work, like schoolwork, it's like it's gonna take a toll on you, right? Like find a job where you can do both your work, your schoolwork, and your work in the same place, right? Because it just makes your life so much easier. I can't speak on if a gaming laptop is a good choice or not, because my friend custom built my PC for me. Like basically he had me order all the parts. It cost around $1,500. He built the PC, and then I picked it up and took it home. So yeah, doorman job, basically a rich apartment building or some sort of school or hospital or like college campus in your case. You sit at a desk in front of a computer, you tell people where to go or what to do. If you're going to be doing college work, I would say try to find an overnight shift, not simply because most people don't want to do overnight shifts, and because you're not going to get a lot of people in your way, right? Like not a lot of people are going to be there. So I would say, yeah, you know, it is better to get a PC, because something goes wrong with a gaming laptop, you have to take it to a repair shop, hope they can fix it. It's also harder to replace parts, right? If you custom build your PC, one thing goes wrong, you might be able to figure it out and then replace that particular part, right? Like a good PC should last you around 5 years to a decade, like 5 to 10 years. And I just got mine this year, like literally last month. So that's why I'm streaming again. So I can't say how long a game laptop will last you, but I think a laptop is like, it really depends on how well you treat it, right? Like a PC, it stays in one place, right? Like you don't take it everywhere. But a gaming laptop, it has the risk of you being able to take it places. You know, it might get damaged when you're traveling with it and stuff, you know. So I don't know if you want to keep it at home, you want to take it with you, especially since you're in college. You know, it's gonna be so tempting to use that, you know, laptop for other things. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I know you can get a pretty good gaming PC for around $1,000 if you really want to, but that is really up to you, Mr. Jahim.
Fine so far. I can head out anytime. What's this lead you found?
Ah, right. I found the potential location of the last Covenant's bearer. Mangetsu Kuzunoha. If my information's good, and I believe it is, someone fitting his description has been hiding out in the abandoned subway.
Oh, you know, I heard so many reviewers complain about the abandoned subway, so I'm just mentally preparing myself for this.
An unused subway?
Oh, I remember that mess. So you remember 10 years ago there was a lot of talk about Public Works building fancy new subway lines? Earthquake-resistant architecture and all? Yeah, turns out that so, with all these fancy new subway tunnels.
Sorry, I was mashing X. You see, the autoplay in this game, it's like I would love to use it, but like they leave way too much space between voice lines. They ended up scrapping it midway and reinforcing the existing lines instead. So I'm just mashing X.
Unfinished
But
and unused.
I wasn't
The
listening.
homeless communities moved in. Fat cats weren't too happy about that.
But yeah, I mean, if you aren't going to use a laptop, like unless you really think you need to carry a laptop around to do schoolwork since you're in college, just get a PC. Unless you live in a dorm, then I wouldn't trust niggas, you know, on it, like personally, like myself. But you know, yeah, like there's so many ways you can ruin a laptop. Where with a PC, you'd probably be like, okay, I spent a lot of money on this giant ass brick. Let me make sure I treat this thing right, you know. But if you're going for a pre-built PC, I have no idea. Like, I would not be the guy to tell you which PC you should get, because my PC is entirely custom made. So, and I have no idea how to, you know, do any of that stuff, you know. So, at least not yet. You know, I'm learning more as, you know, time goes on. But you know, I'm definitely not any sort of computer programmer or scientist.
Casualties of the unemployment crisis. One of the unfortunate downsides to the AI industry's world of tomorrow.
Crazy to think a Kuzunoha got hit by that, though. You'd never expect to see one of them living on the streets. But I guess they're only human after all.
Who is this Kuzunoha guy anyway? You're talking like that name's got some weight to it.
It does. The Kuzunoha family is a line of renowned devil summoners. They've been
You want to know
protecting
what's
this country from
what's
supernatural
great?
threats for generations.
Devil Survivor. Devil Survivor's great. Your college has an esports room? You know what? So does mine, but I go to school online and my college is in Florida while I live in New York City. And I don't think I ever want to visit their esports room because their esports room is probably all Apex and Valorant and Fortnite. Like, where's the Street Fighter, bruh? Where's the Street Fighter? Where's the Tekken? Fighting games started esports, thank you. Alright? No one was esports for Madden, right? Like, no one had esports for, you know, fucking Doom back in the day. Like, no, it was arcade games, alright? And what was more popular back in the 90s than Street Fighter? You know? Not a lot of things. But yeah, now, I don't know. Esports is just like, it almost feels like a diss to say esports. Like, to say something is esports. Like League, you know, League of Legends, or, you know, Pokemon Unite. Like, MOBAs, in my opinion, are just like whatever. You know, I personally like single player experiences the most. I don't mind Call of Duty every now and then, but like it's really like it's just not in my taste. most games that are esports. So what do you study in college? Since, you know, your college is good enough to have an esports room, your college has to be, you know, pretty decent. And if you're at a decent college, you got to know what you're doing, right? At least I hope you know what you're doing. You're not wasting your time like I did. That's why I'm taking a break right now. 6 years after I finished high school, I've maybe completed half a year of college, maybe. Now, you don't need college to start your career, but like at some point in your career, you're going to need college. So it's best to do it when you're young, but like realistically, you know, everybody's different, you know, so.
And Mangetsu Kuzunoha lives up to their legacy. He's an old man now, but a legend in his own right. So I hear, anyway.
Computer science. I mean, you learn hacking in computer science, don't you? Well, like, I guess maybe later on in your curriculum, but you learn it eventually, you know?
You said he's on good terms with Yatagarasu?
Yeah, most of the Kuzunohas have been. Historically, they've sided with Yatagarasu when it comes to national defense.
Alright, so just to refresh myself, Yatagarasu is where Arrow was pretending to work for, and the Phantom Society is where Melody was from. Phantom Society wants to destroy the world. Yatagarasu wants to stop the Phantom Society.
Real champions of justice, huh?
Right. Justice.
Yeah, but considering that this is a SMT game, it's probably not that black and white. PS2 would be reaching, because the most the 3DS could handle is like N64. Like, no one's expecting a GameCube game on a 3DS, you know? But I mean, if you want to overclock your 3DS, I mean, by all means. That thing will fucking melt if you try to play like Pokemon Coliseum on there.
Justice is subjective. Everyone's got their own ideas about it. That's clear enough from looking at everyone on our team. We can't approach this like there's only one right way to do things.
Couldn't agree more. Kuzunoha's work serves specific people and specific purposes. There are plenty of others who have to deal with the fallout. Anyone who calls that justice is ignorant or a liar.
Of course he's not helping the Phantom Society. What they're doing is evil. Plain and simple.
Oh, of course. They're the bad guys and you're the good guys. You absolute child.
Absolute child. Just talking down to him. Honestly, I still ship Melody and Ringo. I don't think she likes Arrow.
Say that again.
Ugh, you're like cats and dogs. Could you two please chill out for 1 second?
So, what were we talking about again?
How Mangetsu Kuzunoha's got our last covenant.
Mangetsu was actually involved in Yatagarasu's research into the Covenants.
You know, it's funny, I just thought about it. It's like, you want to play God of War on your 3DS. That's actually hilarious. If, like that would be so hilarious if that could work.
Really?
Yes, I'm not surprised you didn't know. I'm sure it was highly classified even within Yatagarasu's ranks.
So what was Mangetsu digging into?
Anything and everything Covenant related.
You're pretty well informed on your enemies.
I'd hope so. I was part of the team led by Iron Mask when we raided Mangetsu's lab a year ago.
You raided his lab?
That's what I said. Iron Mask was after 2 Covenants there. Mangetsu held one, and his assistant had the other.
So Mangetsu was sitting on 2 Covenants in that lab.
I imagine that's how they made such progress in their research, with 2 hosts on hand.
No way to say for sure. Not anymore, anyway. As for the raid itself, well, there's no telling if that was successful either. Iron Mask killed Mangetsu's aide and took his covenant. After that, everything was chaos. Just when it seemed like the battle was about to turn, the whole facility went up in flames. Mangetsu died, and we lost his covenant. At least, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I can't give too much advice on how to balance a college school life, because I've never been too successful at it myself. But, you know, I've been in military training, and after you go through the initial training, they send you to a school where I learned like carpentry and stuff, and they had us take home like these big booklets of stuff. It was honestly like high school level learning, but it felt like college, because they had us in little dorm rooms and we had to, you know, study in our dorm room, but we only had a limited amount of time to study. And really, time management is really just going to be your best friend. Like, you really just have to be honest with yourself about your time management. And you have to want to learn what you're studying, especially with college, because college expects you to study everything yourself, right? To learn it yourself and then go there to get mentored on it, basically. That's basically what college is. Like, most classes won't teach you everything that you need to know. You need to find the information yourself, either from a textbook or do your own research, and then go to class to have someone direct you in what that information actually means, and make sure you understand the source material. That's really the professor's job. And so find something. I don't know how deep you are into computer science, but like, find something that you are happy to research yourself. Like, I've recently started reading into electrical theory, and I'm going to do I'm going to basically get licensed on a lot of on things so that I can become like a building engineer without having to go to college. I want to go back to college, but I want to go to college for something fun. So while I'm not in college, I want to study like trades and stuff, so that I can get a career in a particular field related to those things. But yeah, you know, actually being in the college, I don't have much advice for. Really just stay on top of it. As I said, time management is really going to be your best friend, and it's a bit cliche, but cliches, the reason why I like telling people cliches so much is because cliches work. They really do. And I guess the only other thing I'd have to say is just be prepared. Like, if you make a decision, be prepared for the consequences. If you make any bad decisions, if you decide not to do something, just be realistic with the consequences for that decision that you make. And as long as you're realistic about it, and as long as you understand this is what you wanted to do, or this is what you wanted to happen, you'll be all right. Yeah, you know. But I mean, computer science is something that you can take pretty far. Like, I don't know how well connected your school is with like certain corporations. I honestly wish it was a lot easier to go from college to the job market. But I think with something like computer science, like, that's like a 6-figure job. Like, if you get computer sciences right, you know, like cybersecurity and all that. Like, if you can get a job in that, you'd be set for life. Honestly, just, you know, stay on top of your C++ and all that. You'll be just fine. But I mean, sometimes the answer is like getting things out of your life, like not giving yourself the temptation, right? Because if you leave a kid in a room with a plate of cookies and you tell them not to eat the cookie, and then you leave the room, it's really unlikely that the child is not going to eat that cookie because you're not in the room, right? Like, rather, don't be in the same room as a cookie, right? Like, try to separate yourself from it, and it's a lot more likely that you'll be able to focus and get things done. But it's really on a personal level. It takes a lot of maturity to see the cookie right there and then not want it. Or you have to be like me, where I've had so many cookies that I'm tired of them, and when I see a cookie, it's like, I don't even want to care. I don't even care about it anymore. Like, it's a cookie, cool. Now let me get back to this work, because the money pays for the cookies. So if I want a cookie in the future, if I want more cookies in the future, let me just worry about what I'm doing right now. Oh, I mean, you can go to college for game design. You don't need to, because game design, like, there's a lot of programming in there. Actually, it's mostly programming. Like, game design is really like programming, but focused entirely on making games, you know? So, well, with a bit of 3D modeling in there as well, because you're probably gonna need to know that. But it's not necessary to make a game. All you need to know is how to program, honestly, and a little artistic intent, like. But computer science is a way broader umbrella, because you can start with computer science and then go to game programming later on. So you haven't made a bad decision here.
Except now, it sounds like Mangetsu's been alive this whole time. Hiding out in the abandoned subway, huh? Where'd you get all this info, Fig?
Rumors.
Seriously? That's all? I kinda figured you'd have a more, I don't know, high-tech approach here.
Well, first I tried that is, accessing the subway surveillance network. But it appears the occupying homeless destroyed every camera in the place, so that proved useless. Instead, I checked social media, private email servers, the Summoner Net, and other databases. Those led me to certain conspiracy theories picked up and sensationalized by the tabloids. Strange incidents proposed to have supernatural origins.
What do you mean your career would be a joke? You think? Well, yeah, game does kind of get screwed on getting paid, right? Like, but yeah, like stick to computer science. Like you'll be able to pick up video game programming really easily. Like, you know, if you already understand all the CIA and FBI stuff that you do for a 3DS, I think you're well on your way to being a programmer. Like, it's like, I think it'll be all right.
And several hits had one thing in common. They all noted that their respective incidents involved a one-armed old man.
Sounds hard to miss.
Yes. More so because he seems to be responsible for solving many of these supernatural problems.
ICO?
Single-handedly, too, so to speak.
I don't think I ever heard of it.
I hypothesize that this man must at least be a devil summoner, possibly one of staggering ability.
Fits the profile. You think that's Mangetsu then?
Yes, I mapped out the sightings of this one-armed veteran, and based on the data spread, he is most likely to be found in the abandoned subway lines. He certainly seems well liked by the local homeless population. They apparently know him as Doc.
Never doubted you for a second. Still, that subway complex is a pretty big place to search. By the time we actually found the guy, we'd be ready for an old folks' home ourselves.
It's true that we don't have a lot of time. Phantom's probably on the hunt for Mangetsu too.
I highly doubt your search would take decades, but I can narrow the range with some time to analyze further.
ICO equals E minus Cole? Is this like some Albert Einstein equation that you've made yourself? Have you developed your own formula?
I can rank my data points by priority and relevance, sort sightings by chronological order, and try remapping.
You go, Fig! My partner, folks.
Guess we're on standby until then.
How about we head to Ropo Realm then? We've got a couple more demons now, right? You're technically a summoner too, Ringo. Even if you're not exactly a normal one.
I've heard of Shadow of the Colossus. I just don't know who made it. I just know the game existed because Sonic Frontiers also cited, like the dev cited Shadow Colossus as a reference point. But yeah, I never heard of it.
I think it's about time you met Uncle Vic.
Uncle Vic, huh? Why? Who's he?
He's a hard guy to describe. Probably better if I just take you to see him. Want me to lead the way?
Sure, if you're offering. Let's go.
How are you?
Vitamin spaghetti. So we got the Recarm cigarette, right? Like we got the blunt that revives you, and now we got spaghetti that gives you vitamins. This isn't your typical mom's spaghetti. This is the vitamin-packed, essential mineral spaghetti. Did your parents not tell you how to pronounce your name? Because I'd assume you'd learn how to pronounce it from them, like, you know, since they named you. Or whoever named you, if you don't know your parents, I mean.
What do you think? Isn't it great?
I get it.
Whatever do you mean?
Roger.
Great, now we gotta learn how to cook. We're gonna be like Joker making curry for these niggas, you know? It's crazy. Okay, eat a meal and rest. Okay, that seems a little redundant. Like, why would I need that? You know, like, why would I need to have my shit recover as I go along in a dungeon when there's already the fucking demon recon thing going on, you know? It just seems a little redundant. Alright. Now we can go to the Rapo realm. That's probably where they want us to go. Japheim? You sure it's not just like a thick accent or something? Oh my god, this music. This is like a great Ace Attorney style music. Like I could hear the Phoenix Wright in this. Definitely has the little wacky side to it.
Whoa. This tent is huge. You want me to see a circus show or something?
Well, something close to that anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll find out soon enough. Come on, let's head in.
I know people of certain cultures, when they say an H, they put like emphasis on the H, like Egyptians, like it's not like, I know someone who's in the military whose last name is Ahmed, but like you don't say, like you're not just supposed to say like Ahmed as like straight, you're supposed to say like Ahmed, you know? Like maybe they see the H in your name and they think to emphasize the H like Japheim or Jahat, you know? And that's probably why it sounds like Japheim, maybe. But that's just me assuming this other person is of culture when probably they just don't know how to read or something. I don't know. I regretted buying Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker. I spent a straight $60 on that game, and it is the worst mistake I've ever made in terms of gaming. There are some games that I've bought that I still have not touched yet, but I do not regret purchasing those games. I regret purchasing Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker because that game literally was the worst Naruto game I've ever played. It's just like a you know, like soulless cash grab. And people love it. People will eat that shit up, but I think it's like the worst Naruto game out there.
Good.
Dragon King Long. You can learn Mazio. First time in Rappo Realm. Yep. Ringmaster's bad side. Is there a dungeon here? I might want to do a full recovery before I go in then. Yo, I'm serious, bro. Like, I love the Storm series, and to go from that to Shinobi Striker, like, I'm not trying to complain. Like, if Shinobi Striker played well, like, I'd love it. But the game played like shit. The combos were shit. The maps were shit. Really, the only good map was the Village Hidden in the Rain. The rest of them were garbage. Like, they all had bottomless pits and shit in there. Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? Like, the movement sucked, but you're gonna have a bottomless pit in case I mess up or something, or in case some rando on the opponent's team like hits me with some shit from like halfway across the map. Like, shit was garbage. And then you had to like do little boss fights or like defend the boss. It was weird. It was kind of weird. You know, like, I should have made a video talking about how much I dislike Shinobi Strikers, but I think I planned to back in the day, but it never got made.
Welcome to the Cirque du Gomaden.
Why do I feel like I've heard this voice actor in like every anime dub?
I am the owner and ringmaster of this grand circus. You may call me Victor.
Hey, good to see business is booming. I've got someone here you should meet, Victor. This is...
I see. So you are one of the minds beyond mankind. Most intriguing indeed.
Sifu? You know, I'm really glad that I haven't been like so dedicated to gaming in the past year that like every game people have talked about that I decided to get. But did you really like? I never looked at Sifu and thought like, oh yeah, I love this very difficult looking game. I'd love to play difficult like Sifu looked like another Dark Souls or what was the name? Sekiro. It looked like another one of those except with hand-to-hand combat. Anyway, yeah, you know, no problem, bro. I don't know where you live, but if you live near, or if your college is near a big city, you'll have a lot of doorman job opportunities, even entry level. Just look for fill-in, vacation, like use keywords like that, and you'll find something good. Maybe you'll even get a full-time. Usually stuff like that's part-time, like, but you might get a full-time if you're lucky.
You want to elaborate on that?
Just you know, make sure to write a good cover letter too. But anyway, yeah, appreciate it, Jaheim. Have a good one.
No, not now at least.
Relax, Ringo. Victor's definitely an eccentric, but you can trust him.
Oh. So it's like Metroid Dread. You have to replay it to get like value out of it. That's the thing about like some games is that like Hades, I guess, you know, like the value is from replaying it. Like a lot of Sonic games are like that as well, you know. It's really your personal preference. Like I love replaying Sonic games and getting better at them. But sometimes it's like, you know, the game's too short, like yeah, you know. But, you know, like, that's the game.
Eccentric barely covers it. So, what are we here for again?
This circus is where we can fuse our demons.
Oh, this is just a demon thing. So, no elephants on unicycles, no clowns, no hoops of fire. That's a shame.
You come seeking petty clownery, No, Summoner. We have a show far greater to offer you. The fusion of two demons is the grandest
demon fusion,
circus
finally.
nature could conceive. There is no greater
believe it took this
spectacle
long.
than the moment of demonic life reborn.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Come one, come all, to the greatest show on Earth! Demons fused before your very eyes!
My God, finally.
Since we're here, we might as well see what we can do. Fusing will seriously boost our combat potential.
Okay, Victor. Hope you put on a good show for us.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ringo. I believe I've identified the approximate location of Mangetsu Kuzunoha, or at least the one-armed man we believe to be him. You're bound for the central derelict subway line. I believe you'll find him hiding there.
That saved us a ton of wandering around. Thanks, Fig.
Now we can actually start looking for Mangetsu. Once we've taken care of the demon fusion, let's head out.
Demon fusion, finally. Okay. Here's where SMT becomes a real SMT. Becomes SMT for men.
Oh.
You vanquished a unique demon indeed. You will also be... Okay. So Take Minakata. Which, you know, usually it's a demon that, I guess is lower level, but is usually pretty good as well.
Great power may grace our stage.
Let's see. Normal fusion, does it show
Make
us,
your
like...
choice.
It doesn't show us, like, what we could potentially make. Search
Which
fusion.
strikes your fancy?
Unobtained demons on. Side race. Nope.
Now, make your choice.
Okay, what level am I? Ringo's level 10. So we can make everything from... Oh, Mermaid! They brought Mermaid back. Melon Frost. Melon Frost. Melon Frost. We can make a bicorn. The eat hole kind of crazy. Eat hole does go kind of crazy. Make mermaid. She's not gonna learn any ice skills or anything. She has poison. But I mean, she should have like an ice skill or something. Maybe she learns one later on. There's no way, like, they introduce Mermaid in SMT5, bring her into this game, and then not give her her unique skill. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, they brought the Mad Gasser back? Nice. There goes Angle. Okay, so we have our typical SMT Angel in this game, although she's not completely, or I should say our typical Persona Angel in this game. We have Alphas, Kami, little long doggy. Why is Sandman such a high level? Level 16? It's higher than he usually is. Huang Hong. Oh, Feng Huang. Tengu. I'm not gonna attempt to announce Penis Man over here. Yozuchi, yep. All your typicals, all your typicals. Alright, so we could make it from Pixie and Poltergeist, or Tsuchigumo and McCoy. But if I get rid of Poltergeist, I lose my ice skill. Let's see.
Ah, magnificent.
Oh. So when you fuse demon, you also cannot pass over skills. In that case, I don't want to fuse these two. because that is really not the best trade. You see, like this little guy looks promising. This little gnome looks promising. Like, I need to use 3 or 2 demons I don't really care about. Like these two, I'm not really using, so I can sacrifice them.
What skills shall they inherit?
Oh, okay. So you do get to inherit skills. Okay, okay. Let's make the mermaid then, because I really thought they really waited.
Magnificent. What skills shall they inherit?
Okay. I really thought they was gonna leave her boy hanging. Oh, she can't learn Zeo. Right. No sleep, dodge, gunfire. I mean, she's gonna have Dormina and Bufu, so that's gonna be pretty strong. Why would they want no sleep instead of Bufu? I don't get it. But yeah, no. I'm gonna keep Ringo with her Pixie. Wow. Fusing demons is so hard.
Magnificent. What skills shall they inherit? What skills shall they inherit?
Okay, so he can get Zeo, he can get Trifuri, Dia, dodge physical.
What skills shall they inherit?
I don't think Zan on this guy would do much. Like, personally. Fusing's a bit weird. Like, whenever I go into fusion in a Shin Megami Tensei game, like, I sit there for like at least an hour trying to figure out what's the best fusion I can get. Sometimes I wait till I level up our main character like Ringo here to do this, but I do want this mermaid, but I don't feel I might have to sacrifice the McCoy for it.
What skills shall they inherit?
Because if she well, she doesn't need dodge ice, she already has that. Weak ruin damage to one enemy, high chance of fucking sleep, high chance of fucking poison. Poisma, Raccoonda. Oh, and she gets Tarunda. Well, she'd get Tarunda anyway. But she'd only be poisoned, so there'd be no chance of her getting ice or any other kind of skill. Which is redundant because, again, you see the water in a fucking model, I guess. High chance of inflicting sleep, high chance of inflicting poison. You're not going to inflict sleep on an enemy unless this is a Persona game. You're not inflicting sleep on a boss or anything. I could just put dodge ice anyway, just to make sure she always dodges ice moves. Maybe, so like instead of taking reduced damage, she takes no damage. I guess. That works, right? And then give it to Saizo.
Are you prepared for this?
Why do you show Yoshitsune over there? Oh my god. Yeah, I was just gonna chill this weekend. Nothing crazy.
Best of luck.
Call you Rin Rin. I'll tell you do my best and stuff. Yeah, you're getting sent to Saizo.
Now, make your choice.
So... Oh, did I register?
You wish to register?
I did not register these people in the compendium before I fused. I should have.
This demon.
I should have registered all of them, but
Witness
I
the
assumed.
vestiges of life.
I assumed they were already registered, but they get immediately registered when you first get them. So I should have definitely registered everyone before fusing. I completely forgot about that, but it'd be like that sometimes. Can I check my demon stats? There we go. Alright, so Gremlin is Bufu, Cyrenup is Zan, Hair is Zio, Unmoraki is Augie. So if I want to use Unmoraki for a fusion,
Now, make your choice.
I can make a Bicorn or a Koro. Yeah, basically I can make a Bicorn.
Magnificent.
Which honestly has a really good resistance, because to be able to resist like physical is like pretty strong.
What skills shall they inherit?
So we can put Eat Whole, Terrakaja, Augie, Dodge Force.
Are you prepared for this?
And I'm gonna give the Bicorn to what's her name? Alright. I don't think we can make anyone else yet. We could make a Melon Frost, but I'm not going to. And everyone else we need to make is level 11 and over, so it's fine. Got you right now. Okay. Let's go back to our compendium.
Witness the vestiges of life.
We're gonna get our... There's no way I did not register this Poltergeist.
This demon.
There's no way I didn't register as Poltergeist. I specifically remember registering all of them before doing that last fusion.
This demon.
It's like... Oh, here we go. Registers. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, I was like, wait, ain't no way. Like, Tsuchigoma, I understand, right? But, like, the Poltergeist, I know I did that.
This demon.
Okay, here we go.
This demon. But can you pay the price?
we're going to see
Now, make your choice.
if Poltergeist can make anything else. No, everything else requires higher base level. Is he stronger than Poltergeist? Poltergeist level 7, he's level 8. So he is not stronger than Poltergeist. Okay, so Poltergeist is going to continue to be Arrow's demon. I'm not making that Melon Frost. But Zan would be nice.
Now, make your choice. Ah, magnificent. Ah, magnificent. What skills shall they inherit?
Yeah, because they're only doing Zan and physical here. It's not gonna. It would change my team dynamic completely.
Which strikes your fancy? Now, make your choice.
There's no other way for me to make. Oh yeah, psst. Definitely.
Now,
Definitely use
make
Compendium.
your choice.
Yeah, there's still only one way to make Melon Frost. I was really hoping I'd be able to use more elements with Melon Frost, but hey. We really can't use, we can turn a Poltergeist into a McCoy, right? And what can that McCoy
Which
do?
strikes your fancy? Now, make your choice.
McCoy can go into a Kuropapur, and from Kuropapur, and Kuropapur would be a really good addition for Arrow. So I think I'm going to take him on his offer here for a McCoy.
Now,
It's
make
a
your
hair
choice.
plus a Poltergeist.
What use could this demon be?
Oh, and he learns Augie? Maybe I should level him up, have him learn Augie, and then turn him into a Kuropapur. Maybe that would work. Maybe that would be stronger.
What skills shall they inherit?
Let's try it. Oh, this dude could have everything. You got Poisma, Zeo, Tarunda. So we're gonna have dodge, physical. Needle shot. Zeo and Poisma. We can leave Needle Shot behind. Like, Needle Shot's cool, but it's not worth MP. You know what I'm saying? Like, MP for a chance to get a critical hit. That's basically what you're paying. Otherwise, his regular gun does the same amount. So we're gonna have Tarunda, Zeo. We're gonna have Poisma, I guess, and dodge physical.
Are you prepared for this?
Nice to meet you.
Okay. And from McCoy,
Which strikes your fancy? Now, make your choice.
we can make this Kuropapur. Wow.
Ah, magnificent. Ah, what skills shall they inherit? What skills shall they inherit?
Oh, this Kuropaka cannot use.
Mag. What skills shall they inherit?
This whole certain demons not being able to use certain skills thing is really gonna get in the way. But you know what? Since it knows dodge fire, eat hole's probably gonna be good. Zan and Zio? Should I give it eat hole? Before I do this, actually, let me see if Arrow. Can I check my teammates?
Until next time.
So, okay, I'll test this out with Milady here, or Melody. So it just attaches to. So the demon just gives the character extra stats. That's really all it does. Okay. Does Bicon have... He does have Augie.
Let's get it done.
Alright, I'm gonna give her Fire Augment. And this is just DLC costumes. Okay. I was going to give him his old demon. Wait. Who was I gonna give him? The mermaid? Yeah, I was gonna give him mermaid. I was gonna give him mermaid since she has all those skills and. Okay, so Saizo's gonna have mermaid. Can't use any of these, right? Because mermaid has no. None of these skills, okay. And then Arrow's going to get the Kuropaka and
This ought to turn the tables.
give her Electra.
I know we can win this.
So what's his stats? He's more intuition than stamina. So
A great power may grace our stage. Today, a new demon may join our cast. Which strikes your fancy? Now, make your choice. Ah, magnificent. What skills shall they inherit?
alright, so Zan, dodge fire. Eat whole sounds good, but so does Zio. Not sure. Should I focus on... I guess eat whole. No, I do want Tarunda. I definitely want Tarunda. And we already have Ringo on our team for Zio. We don't need to double down on that. I'd rather have something like Eat Whole.
Are you prepared for this?
I say fuck it, why not just try it?
This will be fun.
This shall be fun. Let's just try it. Let's just go for it, alright? Let's just do it. Compendium, register. No one to register.
Until next time.
Until next time. Alright, we're gonna give Arrow Croker probably worst demon I've ever made.
This will be fun.
It shall be fun. Probably worst demon I ever made though. Still. And we're gonna save. I know there's autosave, but I like saving. Yeah, the game has an autosave in 2 hours. Imagine this shit just crashed. That would be wild. Where are we going? We're going to... not going to the Axis, it's a... oh, I think we're supposed to talk to this guy. Oh, Central Line. Okay. Man, this game's so unorganized. Okay. Abandoned Central Line.
Our objective this time is to confirm Mangetsu Kuzunoha's presence. Once the target is identified, the next step will be to try and secure his cooperation.
Assuming Mangetsu is still kicking, do you really think he'd be hanging around a place like this?
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean, Sizel? You think you're too good for the subway, huh? Got a little money? Ooh, you can afford a car. Ooh, look at Sizel the baller here.
These subway lines are crawling with demons. We better watch where we're going.
Well, great thing we're demon summoners, right? It would really suck for these people if we couldn't fight demons, huh? Okay,
Good point. All right, let's move.
let's move.
Off you go.
Alright, there we go for our demon recon.
Now we can relax.
We got a rare demon arm right off the bat.
Get ready.
Now let's see
He's got the
my
advantage.
Shin Megami Tensei skills. Come in clutch here. Oh, mermaids. What did these?
Yeah.
That'll try.
This ought to
Oh,
do it.
they're weak to regular attacks.
Take him down, boss.
Oh,
This ought to
Got this, Ringo.
Good hit.
Let's finish
That should
this.
be the trick. How about that?
Out of my way.
I guess the eat hole was a good idea then.
Let me see.
Looks promising.
Beat him down.
Go, Arrow.
On it, Billy.
Here goes.
Now, time for some punishment.
I didn't give this mermaid. Is this
I'm
physical?
going to enjoy playing with you.
All right. Easy shot.
Out of my way.
This should kill them because this is a triple stack. How often do you hear of a triple stack burger? You know.
Russia!
So. Ah, still
How about this?
alive.
Here goes nothing, huh?
Sleep. Yep, you come back after a number of turns. Alright,
She's a
two
bitch,
people asleep.
not a Nord.
Whoever brings them down gets
Let me
drinks on
see.
me.
They were no match for me.
Can't let go time. Fire. One down.
Paul, I'm here.
Let's okay.
It's really that easy to put people to sleep. You see, I'm so used to regular SMT, I thought, oh,
I was
well,
just getting
there's
started.
no way they're gonna make people go to sleep that easy.
Any medicine?
There's no way.
Look out! It comes. Now we can relax.
I really want to level Ringo up, but at the same time, combat in this game is so mid.
Look out! Get ready. Now we can relax.
There we go,
Careful.
some new
I
demons.
never fought that one.
I know Romina and Fire.
Cover me. That
We're
was
gonna
close.
heal,
Some room to breathe.
heal Melody first here.
Let's keep up the fight. Okay.
I won't
Sam?
stop you.
Don't get in my way. There it is.
There you go. Nice.
You like that?
All you, Melody.
I know. Did that hurt?
Got a double stack.
Shall we? This ought to be
the
good.
poison
I'll
mouse.
finish them off.
Sure,
Saizo.
man.
Come in clutch.
That's gotta hurt.
Too late for regrets now.
Nothing. This is for you.
Too slow.
Can you endure it?
Oh, now these things know defense position. Cool, I guess, you know.
You're too
That
reckless.
Man.
Get him, Side.
Aim for the weakness, Saizo.
Ooh, ouch. Don't
Careful
overdo it,
now.
Ringo. Give it a shot.
Here goes. Wide open.
Nope.
I'm going to enjoy it.
That'll work. Go, Arrow. Take him down,
Appreciate the
Arrow.
advice.
Let's finish
That
this.
should go for it, Melody.
It's probably
Ooh, that'll work.
fine.
We don't know if that'll work, Melody.
Too late for regrets now.
This is where it ends.
Here goes.
Get low. You're dead.
Take this. I know. I'm a real heartbreaker.
It really would have
Any
sucked if that
medicine?
thing would have survived one more turn. It really would have sucked. But okay.
Look out! Careful. Let's take it.
Oh, there's Pixie.
Enemy!
Let's
Not
do
done
this
yet.
right.
We're lacking intel on this.
Wish we had more data. Don't know
Take
till
it
you
down
try.
a notch. Next, that was snazzy.
Oh, nice. Weak to poison.
This
Looks
tower.
promising.
That's the
That should work.
Run them!
I can careful now. Accessing data.
Still with
That's
me?
the ticket.
Oh, you
Got
know
it, Ringo. You like that?
Come, my blood-starved servants.
No, not Ringo.
Now,
Right.
time for some punishment.
That should work.
Take him
I'll
down,
do it,
Arrow.
Melody. It worked.
Do the stacks still work
Done
even if
yet.
Ringo's
This oughta
paralyzed?
be-
Aim for the
Say
weakness,
so.
Saizo.
There's no way.
Easy. Not much choice. Bring it on.
Out of my way.
They do. Oh my.
Almost fell asleep.
Even if it is guaranteed to lower attack, I could just strat it so that I have another move that lowers attack. Although moves like these are pretty important. Do we need to dodge force? I don't think we do. Oh, it just says increases evasion. Doesn't even outright negate it, so yeah. Okay.
Look out! Incoming!
I'll let
Fine.
you stop.
That
I'll
attack.
get accessing.
Go time.
Good idea.
You know what to do.
Let's see some.
You know
I
what to
hear
do.
Let's go.
See that terror in there?
Take him down. You got it.
Right away, Ringo. There it is.
And then let's finish
That's the
this.
ticket.
It's all you.
Do it, Melody.
Go for it, Melody.
I know. You're wide open.
Come, my blood-starved servants. Here goes nothing.
Damn it.
What's the
All
point?
right.
That'll try.
Now, Ringo.
Here we go. Right on target.
I can't
Ooh,
dodge
that'll
here.
work.
We can target their
Go
weakness.
for it.
You got it
Got it,
now,
Ringo.
Arrow.
Like I'd overlook that.
Here goes.
That'll work.
Do it,
Show them a good
Sounds
time.
good to me.
Bingo.
Come, my blood-starved servants. Dinner time!
Oh, what the fuck? I never saw
Easy
Sig
win.
overtime. That was new. Alright, we got Dodge Electric for Siren up. Love to see it.
You okay?
But you know, that's a really good question, Feig, because I don't think I am okay.
Incoming!
I think I must end the stream. Personally, in my opinion, I think the stream must be ended. Oh, you really followed me the whole way. Okay. I guess he deserves it.
That'll work.
This ought to do
Quiet
it.
at this point.
Big damage!
He followed me for this long.
Is
not
this
one
see
time.
that
See
terror?
that? Let's see some action. That's your cue.
Let him have it, Arrow.
Very good.
Let's finish
That should
this.
do the trick.
Take it away.
Give that a try. Best to go with
Got
that.
it.
Very good.
Here goes.
That should do the trick.
Do it, Saito.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
You must be hungry.
So nervous. Not bad.
Feeling
I'll
a
be
little
okay.
cat trap. Aim for their weakness.
Got a present for ya. That's gotta hurt.
Still in the
Can't
fight,
die
Arrow?
here.
Let's see
Go,
some.
Arrow.
Appreciate the advice.
Yeah, took him out.
Get lost. I could fight like that all day.
Don't stop now.
There's one.
Let's see what our Jackie has to say before we go.
Yo.
Teams MP, sure. Wow. Gave this thing way too much. Alright, whatever. Well, that was Soul Hackers 2. Come on, Ringo. Come. No, not. There you go. Come on. Get that cool jacket in there, actually. Get that cool jacket in there. So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Your boy Nistro here. When will I come back for another stream? Probably tomorrow. Probably every night. We don't know yet. But we'll see. And hopefully, you know, I can see you guys on the next one or next video if I decide to edit these down into videos. Only time will tell. Alright. See ya.